Okay, so I'd like to welcome you to the basic training day one for account executives with merchant advisory services. Now, by this time, if you are viewing this, you have most likely have filled out your paperwork and have completed interviews to be an account executive here with merchant advisory services. If you haven't, you need to back up, take a step back, get in touch with us, and complete your paperwork, because that is the one way that we're going to be able to compensate you, which is what we want to do. My name is JP. My company is called Merchant Advisory Services, and we're looking for aggressive, motivated account executives to go out and sell merchant services or payment processing, which is what we do. Nowadays, e-commerce is very popular. People want websites. Card terminals are very popular because people need card swipers or a device for them to accept payments. A lot of these owners want to connect their website to the card swiper or the point of sale that's in their store. So it's a huge opportunity here for us. I want to go into how, as an account executive, you can go about writing applications, submitting deals, so that way we can pay you. That's the bottom line here. We want to pay you. We pay out people every day, every week, whenever accounts get either activated or approved, whichever it is. It's get activated on the website, it's live, and people are making payments on it. We want to pay you. Same thing when you deploy a point of sale or credit card terminal at a merchant's location. We provide aggressive splits I'm going to share with you, which you've probably seen in your agreement. And at the same time, we're also going to share with you how you can go about onboarding your merchants, ordering equipment for them. You make 100% of any profit on top of the equipment that you sell to your merchants. And we have a great program that I'm going to implement, and it's a free terminal program. So any merchant that you want to sign up, you can use as leverage a free credit card machine that we're going to offer the merchant, that you can give to them as leverage to get them to sign up. So it's like negotiating power. When somebody knows they get a free upgraded terminal, they most likely will go along with what you're offering them, because it's like a nice promotional offer that most businesses don't offer these days. It's like an expensive high-end item. So that being said, I want to go into it, and I want to share my screen and show you some of the things that we shared with you in an email. If you haven't received any emails from us now, you might want to check your spam box or check an email from careers@Merchant Advisory Services or merchantadvisoryservices@gmail.com. If you haven't, stop now, check your spam, and see if you've gotten that email from us. Because what we're going to cover now is what you received in that email. And let me share my screen. In there, you may have received a link to our handbook for account executives. It is most likely labeled the Account Executive Sales Handbook, and this is what it looks like when you get to the cover page. Anything in the table of contents, you can quickly jump to it. In here, we have who we are, what our mission is, who's on the team, and our organizational chart. After that, you're going to see our product and the process. So I give you links to where you can find our elevator pitch. These are all in the back office, which came in the email that we sent out. If you don't have access to the back office, or you can't get there, just email execsupport@Merchant Advisory Services, and we're going to help you correct any technical issues that you have. At the same time, we welcome your feedback. So if you want to give us any feedback with anything that you see on the website, when you're in our back office, you'll see at the bottom, there's a section that says, problems, questions, concerns. You can send any feedback that you want, even mention something's broken, it's not working, I don't know where this is, and we'll get back to you in 4 to 48 hours. Okay, so once again, if you have any feedback, use the form in the bottom of our back office. Everything that you'll see in our back office is pretty much resources that you can use to, one, generate leads, collect merchant statements, analyze them, and then submit merchant applications for approval so we can get you paid. We've outlined that in our process and product and process section in the handbook, starting on page 3. So once you get past through the basics and you see from there the beginning of our sales process and product knowledge, I suggest you take a look at this Credit Card Processing 101. This is basically a step-by-step guide on how credit card processing works. It describes all the payment structures, all the different pricing plans, and it should outline to you everything that you need to know or might want to know about pricing or credit card processing. Basic stuff. All that doesn't matter if you can't have a conversation with a business owner. Am I right? I'm sure we all know that making relationships is the essence of selling and networking. So to that end, I have added an elevator pitch in the handbook, which you'll also find in the back office. I have several pitches there. One of them is a basic being overcharged pitch. Another one is a COVID-19 elevator pitch because people are sensitive about money after COVID. And so it's a great opening conversation. We have a survey that allows you to literally do a survey without even selling a customer anything. So most people don't want to start out selling anybody anything. That's usually my angle. I feel uncomfortable if I've just met you. I'm feeling comfortable selling you. So we have this survey where you could say, hey, would you mind just doing a survey for me, answer a few questions? Because I'm doing some market research, about this industry that I'm in. And most people, if they just met you in the network, they're like, sure, you do a survey, sure. Buy them a coffee or, give them something free. They're more than happy to answer a few questions for you. So that survey is just some nice general questions that open the conversation up to then lead you to the point where you can then come back and offer them something that might solve their problem. So it's a survey that helps uncover pain points, and then you can use that to offer them a product that solves one of those problems. A great way to sell without really selling. Obviously, not everybody's going to say yes to you on the first time you offer them something. So when you do get objections, I have a whole document that talks about how to handle objections. And we use this tool called the wheel. So let's go into some of those things. First thing I want to go into is the basic elevator pitch. If you go into our back office, you'll see that it's there. I also have that being overcharged script there. In our handbook, you'll see they're just quick links for you to get to them when you need them. So this might be redundant and repetitive, but it makes it easy for you to find when you need it. I use this on a daily basis myself when I'm prospecting, so that way I don't have to remember everything. Whenever I need to, I can just go back and look at what my COVID script was. I can go back and look at what the being overcharged script was. I can go back and always see, hey, if he gave me that objection, what should I say to that? So that's what these things are good for. In the back office, you'll see they're there. You could submit leads on a page that we have on our website. And basically we do that. We have people finding us on the website by looking for a savings quote. They go here, they can submit a statement. They give us the information about their business, what their average sale is, what their business website is, and we tell them how we go about giving them their savings. And it's very clear. If you haven't read this, you should go on our website and look for it. Go to merchantadvisoryservices.com/save. All they have to do is complete this form to get a savings quote, and it sends us their statement and allows us to get back in touch with them. These instructions are all here in the handbook because I want account executives to take advantage of these tools as well, because right now I have merchants just finding me on the website using it. Now I believe sales executives, account executives can use this to make money as well. If you can't get to our website, if you can just email the statement, or you can email a merchant's information to execsupport@merchantadvisoryservices.com, we'll reply with the information that you need. So you don't have to go on the website. You can just email us and we'll reply to the email that you sent it to us from. Anyway, same idea for a merchant application. Once you've got a statement, maybe you've done some analysis on it. Now you decide how you're going to price that merchant, how much you want to make. You can now submit a merchant application by doing it online. It gives you right here, starts with the basics. This is everything we need to start a merchant application. Works great. Don't forget to check the box at the bottom that says you're not a robot or else it won't work. A lot of people forget that. That being said, same thing. If you can't get online and you want to download a paper application to do a merchant account, here it is. You can download this, print this, write it out, fill it out, with a pen, have a merchant sign it with a pen if you want, get a wet signature, fax it, email it back to us, doesn't matter. Don't want to do the online one? That's fine. The way this works is we will send the merchant an e-signature, an application for them to sign. All you have to do is fill out a little form, so that way we can send them the e-signature. Now, I can show you what all that's going to look like. However, if you read through this, you're going to see there's going to be a pre-application form here. And if you look at that pre-application form, it looks like this. If you fill out these fields, we will pre-populate an agreement online, and the merchant will e-sign it just like how you did your NDA and your start paperwork. Everybody does agreements like that these days. However, we got to have the basic information to fill in there, and that's what you're going to do, or the merchant's going to fill that out, send us this form, and then we prepare a application for them to sign via e-signature. Now, you might say, yeah, I think I've done this before. However, in our handbook, we have provided you some steps or instructions on what you need to complete in a merchant application. And we have a highlighted application with TSYS, which basically you could look online, and it has all of the highlighted areas in yellow of everything that we're going to need, the basic information that we're going to need from the business owner to set up their merchant account. It includes the pricing, the fee schedule that you're going to add if you see here, the banking information for us to set up the direct deposit so the business owner can get their deposits every day. And that usually comes in the form of a voided business check that they give us, or a direct deposit form. And then basically all the information about their business, you know, their refund policy, their location, the business owner's name, the address, all the rest of the basic information that covers the KYC guidelines, which requires that anyone who wants to open a financial instrument in the United States has to prove their identity and say that they're not a terrorist. That's all it is. It's called the Patriot Act. But the agreement is highlighted with all the important things that we need. And finally, at the end of it, if you see in section 10, it's going to have the equipment options. And you can decide all of the options that you will want of how the merchant's going to receive their equipment, what equipment. Are they going to be sent a welcome kit? Are you going to send it? Are we going to send it? So these are all the required things that you'll see in an application. When you are ready to submit an application, you can see we have a blank one that has our short name and our association code. You have to make sure that these are on there. If you don't see them on our highlighted application, make sure you look for them and you find them on our blank application, because they need to be on there or else it won't get approved. And so we've also included that here in the handbook for you to see as well. You can download the applications, fill them out, complete them yourselves, and then we can generate an e-sign link for the merchant. Or you can do the pre-application form. We've also added our RICS acceptance guidelines. This is basically the rules under which merchants can accept payments. We have to have certain rules. So they've got to have annual credit volume up to 15 million. If they do more than 15 million in credit card volume, it's probably a different level. Becomes high risk. So these are the rules, KYC guidelines, basically the limits to which we can allow a business to accept credit cards. If it's too big, too small, if they have, let's just say, a future delivery over 30 days, there's certain limitations for that, and then they become high risk. But these are basic criteria for standard merchant accounts, and that we must follow them. If your account doesn't get approved, it's most likely because it didn't follow one of these guidelines, probably outside of the bounds of these guidelines even. More importantly, the KYC, which is basically to know your customer guidelines. These are the documents or things we would need to prove that the business owner is legitimate. Social security number, date of birth, or a driver's license, or a passport, military ID, state ID card. This is the same thing anybody asks you anywhere. If you go to a place and you attempt to buy or you attempt to open a financial instrument like a bank account, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to get a loan, they're going to ask you for this. So it's no different. Those are our KYC guidelines. And then once you've got a merchant on board and you need to make changes with anything, they want to change their bank account, they want to change the pricing, you want to change what it is you make, here you go to this change form and you're going to fill it out the same way you would the application. That being said, when the merchant receives the e-signature link, here's the notification that they're going to get. So you can see what that looks like. These are the instructions of how they can e-sign a document. So if you ever send a merchant an e-sign, a link for e-signature, and they're like, wait, I don't know what to do, here are the instructions on what they need to do to sign that. Take your time and go look at this once you've got an application out there. Right now, in the interest of time, I'm going to keep moving so that way we don't waste time on it. But it's important to know, once you send a merchant an application with a link for them to sign, take a look at the instructions. So that way, if they ask you, what do I have to do when I get the link? You can explain to them step by step what they need to do to sign that link. And those instructions are right here. If you have any problems with any of that, you can call, text us, go to our contact us page, set a meeting up, do what you have to do to get in touch with us. You can always email us at execsupport@Merchant Advisory Services, or you can call us 646-780-0802, or just text that number anytime from a mobile device. We're always available. Well, not always available. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the day. And after that, you just wait for us to get back to you till the next day. If it's urgent, just call me directly on my direct number if you have it. Next. This process is the same for business banking applications. So if they want to start a merchant account, there's a merchant application. If they want business banking, which we have cash back rewards for business banking now, application process is almost the same, except they have to do it with a paper application. They got to sign it, what signature. We can't do it online yet. If you want to do it online, submit the application completed, and then we'll attempt to send them an e-signature for now. Finally, after you submit an application has been approved, you can now order equipment and devices. If you haven't put it on the application to fill it out, you can always email us, execsupport@Merchant Advisory Services, with the equipment that you want. If you're not sure what equipment you want, you can check out our wholesale price list and see which devices that we have that you can get for wholesale. These are only wholesale prices we have, not retail prices. So if you look on the internet, it's probably going to be different or more, because these are wholesale prices. You can see the prices of any device, and then you can mark it up anything you want, and you make 100% of what you've marked up. This changes and gets updated as frequently as I can, and it updates you and tells you what quantity of devices are available. So you see the Ingenico Link 2500, there are over 900 units available. The IC-C250 V3 refurbished, there are over 100 of those available. You know, the V4, there's only 25 of those available, probably because that's the more popular version. So that being said, if you're not sure what you want, you can go and see what devices are out there. You can Google these to see what they look like if you want. And these are the prices that you can buy them, or buy them from us from our vendors at wholesale prices, and then resell them at higher prices to your merchants if you like. And you keep 100% above the cost of the device plus any tax and shipping that we have to incur. So any tax and shipping plus the cost of the device, you pay for that, and you make 100% above that you sell to your merchant for. That being said, we also have the TSYS wholesale commercial price list. So that's got a whole nother set of devices that you can buy, and gives the price list. If you want a full-on Vital E15 ELO Pay Point Plus point of sale system, which is what they have, these are the prices for it. They also have, other devices. You can look at these prices, and you can always email us or put on the application what devices you want and how many and the quantity and what you want to charge the merchant for these devices. Just put that on the merchant application, or you can send us an email to exec support with whatever device you want, and we will order it for you. Just let us know what merchant it's for. Most likely, you just send us the merchant application or the MID for the merchant that you want to order this device for. That being said, if you ever have to order devices and you set up your merchant and they are approved, you can always give them, or you can always call general customer support and tech support. These are the numbers for customer support. For tech support, you can always reach us if you need this. This information always gets sent out to the merchant when they get approved. They get a welcome kit that has this information for them. It's also here for you to have it in case you need it.